Good evening. Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdurrahman Zohari Tun Dato' Abang Openg is set to announce aid this Thursday following the Middle East crisis which has caused economic uncertainty in the state. He made the announcement while speaking at the 30th anniversary dinner of Bintulu Port Holdings Berhad BPHB in Kuching on Tuesday. The assistance is aimed at helping to ease the cost of living burden faced by the people due to the ongoing conflict involving the United States, Israel, and Iran, which has driven up global prices.
The government of Sarawak, GPS, remains committed to implementing policies and initiatives that help cushion the impact of rising costs, particularly for vulnerable groups. Inshallah, this Thursday, I will announce what we want to give to people of Sarawak because of the cost of living.
Commenting on the global crisis, Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari said Sarawak has adopted a proactive and forward-looking approach. He stated that the Sarawak Gas Roadmap ensures the state's resources are used strategically to generate long-term economic value, particularly as a methanol producer, through expanded downstream activities. Furthermore, he said the Sarawak government is expediting the transition towards renewable and clean energy to enhance energy security through diverse sources, including hydrogen, hydropower, and green energy. On to another development, Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari said the Samalaju port area has been officially declared a free zone for investment and industrial expansion. He said the port will continue to serve as an important hub in supporting supply chains, attracting investments, and driving downstream economic activities.
Ladies and gentlemen, a well-structured free zone is not merely about incentive. It is about creating an ecosystem that encourages innovation, efficiency, and long-term industrial presence. I therefore encourage Bintulu Port to pursue this with urgency and clarity of purpose.
In efforts to enhance industrial efficiency in the area, the Sarawak Premier said the government is exploring new dimensions of connectivity through the development of a rail network. He explained that it will connect Samalaju Port and Bintulu Port with strategic studies currently underway to improve the efficiency of industrial movement between the two ports. The highlight of the ceremony saw the Sarawak Premier witnessing the handover of the approval in principle for the Samalaju Port Free Commercial Zone from the Ministry of Finance to BPHB as the operator of Samalaju Port. He also witnessed the presentation of a 28 million ringgit dividend from BPHB to the Sarawak government through the Sarawak Financial Secretary for the year 2025. In addition, the event saw the exchange of memoranda of understanding between BPHB and Sarawak Petchem, Shanghai International Port Group SIPG, as well as Brook Holding. Meanwhile, the Sarawak Premier urged Bintulu Port Holdings Berhad to leverage artificial intelligence (AI) technology to enhance operational efficiency and strengthen future port management systems. He said the rapid advancement of AI, including generative AI and its latest developments, will transform the global industrial landscape, including the logistics and port sectors.
In other words, we have to adopt this technology, particularly in cargo transaction, where when the boat berth at the port, documentation is done. And including the procedure, custom and so on is done. The ship just berths, offload the cargo, turn around, go to other destination. And that is going to be how ports are going to be managed. And we need expertise in the way we manage our ports.
Beyond digital transformation, Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari said BPHB also has the potential to support the maritime industry's transition towards the use of green fuels such as methanol and ammonia. Earlier in his speech, Sarawak Secretary and Bintulu Port Holdings Berhad Chairman Dato' Ammar Mohamad Abu Bakar Marzuki said the exceptional performance of BPHB continues to position it as a key driver of Sarawak's economy, having recorded a total cargo throughput of 52 million tonnes in 2025. He said the figure was supported by the handling of 313,000 20-foot equivalent units of container cargo as well as over 7,600 vessel calls.
From LNG, palm oil and timber to heavy industrial cargoes and raw materials, the port remains at the very heart of Sarawak economic ecosystem.
Meanwhile, he revealed that the Samalaju industrial port is set to become the first fully fledged free zone port in Sarawak following approval in principle by the Ministry of Finance. He added that the free zone port framework is now being expanded to include Bintulu Port, which will create a comprehensive and globally competitive industrial corridor. In the same speech, the BPHB chairman said Bintulu Port Holdings Berhad continues to strengthen its sustainability agenda in port management in line with efforts to transform Bintulu Port into a world-class green maritime hub. According to Dato' Ammar Mohamad Abu Bakar, sustainability has now become a core pillar of the company's mission and operations.
Last year, Bintulu Port was awarded the Green Terminal Level certification by Bureau Veritas for formal recognition of our commitment to environmental stewardship and our ongoing transformation into the premier green maritime hub.
Efforts to ensure rural and remote communities in Sarawak receive clean water supply more efficiently and comprehensively have been strengthened following the state government's takeover of rural water supply (BALB) projects from the federal government. Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari received a courtesy call from Deputy Prime Minister Dato' Patinggi Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi during a meeting in Kuching on Tuesday, which witnessed the handover of an official note on the implementation of the projects from the Ministry of Rural and Regional Development, KKDW. The strategic move is expected to accelerate the delivery of basic amenities to the people, particularly in the rural and remote areas that still require more efficient and sustainable access to clean water. Earlier, Dato' Patinggi Dr. Ahmad Zahid also chaired the BALB project's implementation coordination meeting with the Sarawak government to ensure that the projects implemented could be streamlined and coordinated more effectively. The meeting, among others, focused on efforts to expedite project implementation and enhance the efficiency of clean water supply delivery to the people. Italy has expressed interest in exploring strategic collaboration opportunities with Sarawak, particularly in the energy and aerospace sectors. Italian ambassador to Malaysia, Rafael Langeli, said several business delegations from Italy have been scheduled and could potentially be brought to Sarawak in the near future to explore available investment opportunities. He said priority areas include the energy sector, particularly infrastructure and technology for energy products, including renewable energy.
We are very much interested in ASEAN Grid and all the projects which are linked to this huge mega project of ASEAN. We are very much active in biofuel, so this has become one of the priorities of the government of Sarawak, and it's becoming more and more imperative, I will say, given the state of the current state of the energy markets.
He spoke at a press conference after paying a courtesy call on Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari at the Satria Pertiwi complex on Wednesday. In addition, he highlighted the potential for collaboration in the aerospace sector, which has a strong history and tradition in Italy. Meanwhile, Rafael said Italy is also interested in traditional designs and the growing pool of young designers in the state. Bangladesh has proposed to formalize a Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) with Sarawak for the recruitment of workers, particularly to support the state's development sectors. Bangladesh High Commissioner to Malaysia Manjuru Karim Hunt Chowdhury said the proposal was discussed during a courtesy call on Sarawak Premier Dato' Patinggi Abang Zohari, which took place in a cordial and constructive atmosphere on Wednesday.
At the same time, we have discussed recruitment of Bangladeshi workers, skilled general workers in different development projects in Sarawak, particularly in construction and other areas. And we have proposed to conclude an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with Sarawak for recruitment of Bangladeshi workers.
He added that the courtesy call also explored several areas to further strengthen collaboration, including agriculture, agro-processing, and renewable energy. And that's the English edition with me, Philip Yeoh. More news can be found in our official portal, ukas.sarawak.gov.my, and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. We end the news with highlights from the Bintulu Port Holdings Berhad 30th anniversary dinner in Kuching on Tuesday. #Saluran Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.